An Island's Beauty, An Islander's Duty. Mr. Chi Bo-lin, the late director of the memorable documentary Beyond Beauty, Taiwan from Above, didn't start out in the movie industry. He was just a photographer who loved aerial views. As an aerial photographer who worked for the government, he spent years taking pictures from the air, both on the job and during his free time. Like many other photographers, he wanted to capture high mountains, grand rivers, and beautiful beaches.
Things took a turn in 1998. Chi's photographs attracted the attention of the Earth Geographic Monthly, and the magazine began printing his pictures with their articles. It was by reading these articles that Chi realized that some of his beautiful photographs actually offered visual proof of man-made pollution and damage to the environment. He learned, for example, that high mountain farming has a harmful effect on soil and water conservation. Over time, the aerial photographer began to care more and more about his homeland. He no longer looked only for the pretty side of it. On the contrary, he was inspired to focus on and record the island's actual state.
11 years later, Typhoon Morakot hit Taiwan, and Chi flew over the disaster areas to check the destruction soon after the sky cleared. He was completely horrified by all the damage that he saw. Mud and rocks were sliding down the mountains. Large sections of roads were gone. The worst thing was that Xiaolin village in Kaohsiung was buried and barely visible. These depressing sights tore at his heart, and for the very first time, he shed tears while he was still in the air. He started to think about how to help prevent such tragedies. After much thinking, Chi decided that he had to do something to make people more aware of environmental matters and urge everyone to change. Therefore, he quit his job and gave up his pension so that he could start working on a documentary.
After 400 hours of shooting in the air, Chi's efforts finally paid off when he completed his masterpiece, Beyond Beauty. This impressive film manages to celebrate Taiwan's spectacular scenery. At the same time, it also shows the damaging impact human activity can have on nature. This makes Beyond Beauty a very important and valuable film. Millions are therefore grateful to Chi for sharing his views of our homeland from above.